We have Ustreamer 1094 says, what is the Deal Factory all about? Is it for investors to find deals? Is it for new investors to learn how to find deals? Luke Haas, you have an answer to that, buddy?
Say it again, Bill.
What is the Deal Factory all about? Is it for investors to find deals, or is it for new investors to learn how to find deals?
Well, I mean, it's for both. I mean, it's just, you know, a new investor walking in instantly has contacts that they would never have. It has relationships they can build that they would never have. It has information. I mean, the groups alone just started in the community are at like 43. You know, so, and they're controlled by investors that know what they're doing. So immediately when a new investor walks into the Deal Factory, not only do they see deals right there, they can mix and match deals and make money. So they can grab one of the 6,000 buyer leads and grab one of the homes and match the deals together, or they can just tag along with an investor and, you know, and when they see a deal that's good, and they can just approach and build a relationship and get a deal done with them. So, I mean, there's so many avenues inside it. It's like, you guys really have to think. It's like going inside a building with just a load of investors. Some most have money, some are new, some are experts, some are top of the line guys. There's rooms and there's groups to go to for short sale, sub to, all these different things. There's all the information there, and it's all, once you're inside, it's all free. You're not buying another product or doing anything. It's all free. You start to leverage relationships, and you're basically put into a mastermind group with all guys that are flipping and doing deals right when you're there. I mean, that's huge.
You know, we had, just to give you a testimonial, we actually had one of our members who were like, okay, so when I go inside and I get a deal because of the virtual Deal Factory, what percentage do you guys take? What fee do you take? Because they couldn't believe that inside the virtual Deal Factory, there's such an enormous deal-making resource. Again, it's not a bunch of information. It's not a bunch of like, oh, you know, leave a happy face on my page. Oh, that's great. You know, and I'm not saying I'm against having friendships. But what I am saying is, you know, it's the place where deals get done. And plain and simply to cap off that question, you know, the way it started is you came to me and you said, hey, you know, I have over 100 of my students who are ready to buy deals right now, and I have over 100 of my students who want to sell deals, and yet they're not doing deals. How do we bring them together? And so he came to me and he said that, and I said, well, he came to me because, you know, we do revolutionary technology for investors, and so we built the virtual Deal Factory to bring those people together and open the doors tomorrow. I mean, we already have investors in there, you know, giving testimonials of doing deals they've never done before, making tens of thousands of dollars, and we haven't even opened it up live. And that actually ties into our next question. Ustreamer 34049 was asking, do Mark and Damien do deals? He and I are very, 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 very different. I do automated marketing technology for real estate investors. We have close to, I think, around 1,000 investors across the globe right now who use our technologies to get deals with no work. And we do revolutionary technologies for investors. That's why we came on board to be a part of the Deal Factory. I do deals with everything. I do deals at the supermarket. I do deals at restaurants. I do deals on flip-flops. I do deals all over the place. You know, and you know, Mark is very different. I'll let him share his, where he's from in a second. But just to drive home a point, you know, Mark is, you know, 90% just always doing deals all the time and not the technology guy. And that's what makes it a great business synergy. And it's the same. I mean, it just emphasizes the point of the virtual Deal Factory is you don't have to, you know, some people never do anything, Mark, because they want to be the expert at everything, and that's their excuse of never doing anything.
Exactly.
And you know, and when in the virtual Deal Factory, again, if all you're comfortable doing is finding investors or finding buyers or finding distressed homeowners or whatever it is, or you're just a realtor who wants to, you know, be that conduit, that's a realtor who's friendly to savvy investors and understands how to speak their language, you can play any role you want in there, and you don't have to. You're not by yourself anymore. You don't have to do all the pieces. And right now, how many deals are you doing, like on an average week right now?
I mean, this week we'll do 5.
5.
Right, 5 deals this week. Last week when we was on the cruise, we did like 3. Week before that, like 7, 8.
Okay.
I mean, next week after that, we have 3 closing, guaranteed for sure, and then another 4 or 5 possibly. But look, I do deals first of all. Secondly, you know, have you seen that show, The Nanny? The lady from Europe
I
comes
love
in.
it. And I don't love her, Charlene. I say I like the show, and I love her enthusiasm for rearing children.
Do you know she has no children?
Really?
She has no children herself.
Is that true?
This is true. However, this is the thing, though.
That's scandalous.
Well, what's scandalous about it? If she had children, she wouldn't have time to help families become better. She wouldn't be able to leave for months at a time.
She'd be a delinquent, horrible mother.
Yeah. So she'd always be gone. I think the important thing is, though, like Damien said, we're on two sides of the business, and that's what makes such a great business synergy. But don't let, a lot of people ask the question, well, I can't do this because, you're just, all you do is make your money in selling products and stuff like that.
Right.
That's not the case for me, for sure. And for us, our goal is doing deals. But as any smart business person, you should be looking at every business, looking how can I make the most money with the least amount of effort by the same amount of people. That's just real life business. When you walk into the superstore, say Walmart, do you think they're trying to figure out how to, just sell you a Snickers bar? They want to sell you anything you want to buy.
Right.
So if we're in the real estate business and we know what can help you, you should be, pushing that forward and sharing that with other people and being able to help them grow their business by we've stumbled many ways. Right?
Yeah.
We've been all over the place through our business and our life and our career, and we can help people make their life and business so much easier by just giving a couple references, a couple referrals, even if it was one idea, one strategy. Boom.
Sure.
Right? I think, and I'm not saying I don't know who this is, and it's not a big deal. I'm not picking on you, but if don't let that question hold people. I think it holds people back.
How so?
Well, because if we said, yeah, we do deals. Well, okay, if we do one deal a year, that's not really doing deals, right?
Right.
So you're asking questions that could potentially put you in a position where you want the wrong answer, right? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
It just gives you, it's the real question should be, hey Mark, I hear you do deals, and Mark and Damien, I hear you guys are doing deals and stuff, and I like the way your technology works, Damien, and can we incorporate in with what Mark's doing with his side of the deals, and how do we put these two pieces together? That should be the real progressive question,
yeah. And that's a big part. That's a big part of this, putting pieces together. I used to always, in every business I was in, when I started out, I actually came out of college and I managed a team of 4 or 5 sales guys, an inside sales team that was twice my age in security systems.
Yeah.
And I used to always tell those guys, I said, you don't have to be the geniuses of the world. I said, but when you step in front of somebody, you need to be able to say, don't ask me to change your muffler, don't ask me to fix a computer, but if you have anything questions about security, I know more about it than anybody else. And be able to be an expert at what you do.
Absolutely.
And it was the same thing I did when I taught and trained literally thousands in the educational field and standardized preparation and stuff, test preparation and stuff like that. And I would always tell them, when we sit down to somebody, we don't have to tell them we know everything about anything. We're just the best at what we specifically do. And that's the way you need to start looking at yourself with your business. I tell people all the time, have I done deals? Yeah, I got a great deal on my house. I sold, 2 estate homes for my grandparents. One of them I actually probably was illegal. You have to tell me this on another show. I did when I was 22. I did an impromptu silent auction.
You told me about that.
Yeah, that was probably very illegal, but we made an extra close to $250,000 on the property. So I've done deals, but that's not what I do all the time. There are other guys who know more about paperwork and rehab, but what I do is revolutionary technology for investors. That's why VDF is going to be so phenomenal, because that's what I focus on and that's what I do. And so for you, you don't have to feel like when you sit down with a homeowner, you go to a deal, I'm the guy who knows everything. In fact, I'll be honest, if I was starting a company from scratch, I wouldn't want, the expert I would want is I would want the guy who knows how to bring the experts together.
Absolutely.
I wouldn't even want the expert. Just give me the one guy who says, I will bring you the best person at every field and get them to come together and make money for you.
Absolutely, and that's what we do. Virtual Deal Factory, guys, people come to us and they're like, hey Mark, I want to send an email to your list because I have a potential deal, or I think I have a deal, or I'm not sure about this. And Virtual Deal Factory is our best people on our list over there hanging out. Our best, most successful people. I can't stress this enough. We've busted our tail. To get you in front of our cream of the crop. The people that can help you grow your business.
Yeah.
I don't know any other way to say it, but
the best of the best.
This is the nuts and bolts. I think you'd be nuts not to be there.
The best of the best.